Now this is Flipper Zero, and today we're making it a little less useful. Oh wait, actually, a little more useful with a mod. Now, I'm starting a series on YouTube upgrading a stock Flipper Zero. So I think the RGB mod should be coming out soon. Maybe I'll drop that before this, how it is already edited. But one of the things we have for Flipper Zero, obviously, is the attachments for the GPIO. And I have all these devices. One thing I don't have, Ethernet for the Flipper Zero via GPIO. Now, this is made by Electronic Cats, PwnLabs. And real quick before we start, I owe you guys an apology. They gave me this stuff for free, and then I'm looking through my stuff to make videos on, and I see it, I'm like, okay. And I had my Flipper Zero. I sold it a while back, so I was like, oh shoot. So I got another one. Sorry about the delay. Won't happen again. But let's take a look at this. So this just goes in via the GPIO, and it has the Ethernet jack right here. Has all of our pins, and I mean, it is a pretty cool little board. And it tells us we could get the info on GitHub to use it. But I'm using Momentum firmware, so I'm good. Let me show you how it works. So all we have to do is plug this into the top and look very tough while doing it, because that just looks awesome with this. Now, we do have a few options here. So obviously, we could just go into our Flipper Zero, and then Apps, GPIO, and in GPIO, we are going to have our Ethernet in here. So, somewhere in here. Bye-bye. W5500 Ethernet. Now, we could just jack into a line with this. So all you have to do is, obviously, plug it in. I have my Ethernet cables right here for my server. So you would go about your day by going in here and then plugging it in, and that will give it power. And it will give you the INIT, the DHCP, the static, the ping, and then the reset. So I don't have an Ethernet device yet. I know it's crazy, something I need. But obviously kind of a game changer having this. I'll need to spend some time testing it out more, because obviously it is so cool. But let's plug in and I'll show you what I get. So this is plugged into my modem, and now it's plugged into my Flipper. So we get the green, we know it's working on both sides. So basically INIT is just saying like, hey, boot up, start working. Basically telling it to turn on. And next we have DHCP. So this is scanning right now, and it tells your router basically, hey, give me an IP address. And it's the automatic way to connect, like plugging in your phone or Wi-Fi. So it just works. Right now we're getting internet to the Flipper. But we should also get an IP address on here. My network is not secure. I'm just trying to say, my network is secure, that's why. But here we have the IP again. So 192, so just looking at this. So next is static, and it's kind of hard to see with the Flipper Zero cap screen. But this lets you type in your own IP address instead of letting the router pick one. So you'd use this if you want a permanent address or you're testing something. So we could just go in here, IP, and make our own IP address for this. Next we have ping. So let's go over here. Now, ping is basically a quick way to test if it's actually online. It sends a quick hello to the other device like your router and waits for a reply if it is connected. So that said, we have 8 replies. So nice. And then we have reset to start it all over again. So it's not like crazy new tech, obviously. It's just a board for your Flipper Zero, and it's a good board. A lot of people, they get too many Wi-Fi boards and have all this other stuff. And it's like, you don't really need it. You don't need 100 Wi-Fi boards. All you need is one of each. So this is definitely worth adding to the collection, especially if you're a Flipper Zero guy. And there's new tools coming out. Can't talk about them, but they'll have the exact same as Flipper GPIO. So we'll be used in different ways soon too. So let's get this out. See, I have my extenders on here from PwnLabs. I do like them, but there we go. That is it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you liked it, check out some other ones, and we will see you guys next time. And we've been doing lives recently and videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But see you guys next time. Bye.